Everyone, this is Dale. He's getting his snuggles in. Just got home from work and I made the mistake. He had settled down and I was petting him, giving him his pats, and decided he wanted to come up. Let's see if I can get his eyes. Can you guys see his face? Look at that pretty face. He's got one. This is Dale. He's my baby. My big love bug. We are here today to share what I've been melting this week in my home. So this is my weekly home fragrance empties. Also picked up my second pair of frames today, so I'm trying to adjust wearing them. I tried them on in the store, but this earpiece, it kind of lifts up, whereas this one does not, so I have to get them to fix that. But also the glare from the ring light, I'm sorry, it is what it is. During the daytime we wouldn't have this problem, but since it's now dark 30 at 4:30, I have no option, so here we are. Let's get into this box. Let me put Chunky Butt down so I can get into what I've been melting this week. I love that cat. He's like my soul cat, I promise you. Since Dale has been in my life, I think he thinks I'm his mom. So I think he's imprinted on me, and I've obviously imprinted on him. Anyway, empties. I don't know what we're doing. I do like the new frame, like the frame shape. Also like the pattern, because like the earpieces have like a pinkish hues, another tortoiseshell. But I like how clear these are, and also just like the way that they fit my face. Not so cat's eye, but still kind of cat's eye, but kind of like rectangular. You know what I mean? I don't know. I like it. I do have a few partials in here. Lots of Scentsy. Just gonna dig these out real quick. I have a few partials here, so then we'll get into all of the stuff. I have melted half of my souffle here of Sugar Plum Fairy Forest from Second and Spruce. I love this. This is so flippin' good. Such a great performer as well. This went very strongly in the living room, only using half, and these are like 5-ish ounces, so 2.5 ounces, which is a standard amount in like a clamshell. Works great. This has plum, dark cherry, sweet oranges, peppery woods, SPC, which is strawberry pound cake, pink sugar. This is like fruity with sweet creaminess from that strawberry pound cake. I love this plum. Like, this is such a fruity, it's honestly, I could melt this year round. I would love for her to pour this again for next year, like at some point, because this is fabulous. You get the sweetness from the pink sugar, definitely get the sweet and creaminess of the strawberry pound cake, which I feel helps kind of tone down the peppery woods, because those do come out, say like about midway. But the first top parts, you definitely get like the plum, dark cherries, and the oranges. It's fabulous. So I highly recommend Sugar Plum Fairy Forest. I've also melted half of my tub here of Lavender Flurries from Salt Mountain Melts. This has snowflakes and cashmere, lavender, coconut milk, and toasted marshmallow. It's so good. This coconut milk and lavender is dominant. Then you get this sweet and creamy snowflakes and cashmere, which is the same thing as cashmere cream. So if you see one, they are interchangeable. Didn't get much of the toasted marshmallow, but that's okay. I absolutely love this. I've actually had this before, in a souffle. Ordered this when Amanda had offered this in a bigger size because it's like the souffle is not enough. So highly recommend if you know somebody who makes wax, request a blend like this from them. It is amazing. I have also melted through a little more than half of my souffle here of my blend of Sparks in the Night, which is, this is Bomb Dear Bright by the Fireplace and Cashmere Cream mixed together. Just a really, oh, I don't know how to say this, but it's like a plum, woodsy, smoky, cozy, seductive type of blend. Oh, this is so good. This one was poured in May of this year. Not May. What does that say? That says a 4. So that's April. April of this year. And it was such a beast. I had some in my tea lights. Oh, I had one tea light going, and then the rest were in my Scentsy warmers in my living room. And that one ended up going all the way for 24 hours. I'm sure it would have gone a little bit longer just because of the Bomb Dear Bright is one of those that lingers. Same with By the Fireplace. It lingers a long time, but I wanted to go to something else. I like to change my wax every day, so I like to change it up so I don't become nose blind. I've also melted through 2 cubes here of Spiced Grapefruit, which is one of the holiday bricks, and I think this is a scent they've had before. I am not a fan, which is unfortunate because this is a banger. I had put these 2 cubes in the bathroom, and this went in the bathroom, and it was throwing for 3 days, which is also crazy because it is the citrus. It's too sharp with the spices and the grapefruit. I do appreciate a grapefruit. If you guys see it shaking, it's because Dale's laying on the platform portion next to my ring light. My apologies. Also, this glare. Also did not get any glare coating on my glasses, so we're gonna see double things. Anyway, if you appreciate like a spiced citrus, I would give this a go. I'll probably still finish this off in the bathroom. It's not my favorite. And another combo that is a partial, I have melted obviously 4 pieces here of caramel pecan pie from Goose Creek, as well as half a bar here of Central Park pralines in the living room yesterday. Oh, this was so good. I could smell this a lot better on warm, but this combination wasn't one that lasted more than 12 hours. So this was definitely super yummy. It smelled just like a pecan pie. Yeah, with a little touch of caramel. And then I added the Central Park pralines and alternating warmers just to kind of amp up the pecan gooey deliciousness. So this was an amazing combination, and I look forward to finishing this off this week. Okay, so let's get into the empties. Let me take a minute and get them organized. Okay. In organizing my bags and my clams, I found another partial. So I've also melted half a bar here of the Wicked Friends for Good scent. This has vanilla orchid and strawberry and a hint of greens. I melted this in my bedroom, 2 cubes in each of my warmers, and it was light. It was not a great performer. I really do like the scent profile though. I'm gonna try it again and actually make an effort to like leave the room and come back and see how well it does. So we shall see. Okay. Let's do the bags, and then we'll go into the clamshells, because the clamshells are intermingled. I've done quite a few mixes with Retail and Scentsy, so we're just gonna venture into those in just a minute. Okay, so the only one I have several from versus like a one thing from each vendor is Teddy B. So I melted the last half here of my souffle of Snowpocalypse 2021. This is so pretty, and this actually lasted in my bedroom for over 2 days because I keep my warmers on 24/7. But it was like a lightish medium in this space, and it filled the area. I could leave the room, have like the door cracked, and come back, and it was still beautiful back here. And I would love to get a bigger size of this, because this I did enjoy out in the living room, and I would love to put this in the tea lights because it would be a lovely cozy addition in like the winter time. So Snowpocalypse 2021 is a magnificent blend of boardwalk marshmallow clouds, cashmere, sandalwood, vanilla bean, and cedar. It is warm, cozy, stunning, perfumey. I just love the way that this is. You get this cashmere, seductive sandalwood, and then that beautiful creamy boardwalk marshmallow. It's just really pretty. Absolutely enjoyed that, and I would get that again. Another one that I would get again, mainly because this reminds me of my mom. She wore this vanilla perfume when I was in middle school. That reminds me of this, and I'm not sure if that's what this is, but I freaking love this. I finished off my tub here of just vanilla that I got in a D-stash. This is Madagascar vanilla, creamed vanilla, lily of the valley, and musk. Poured in 2023 of November. I've enjoyed this in my bedroom, but this last melt I did out in the living room. Mainly to give my nose a break from spice. Like spice, or fall gourmands, Christmas scents, holiday scents, winter scents. I just wanted something pretty, and I was shaken at how well this threw out there. Like I had some pretty big chunks, but I did every single warmer, and I put some in my 2 tea lights. Did I do my crock? I'm not sure if I did my crock, but this was a banger. Absolutely beautiful. Just vanilla. Just a really nice, perfumey vanilla. Not too musky, not too floral. Like that Lily of the Valley is in the background. Like it is so far in the background, it did not give me a headache. Because Lily of the Valley is such a potent sort of flower. It just complemented very well the Madagascar vanilla and the cream vanilla and the musk. I would get that again. Really enjoyed that. And then today, when I came home from work, I put in the souffle in the living room of vanilla sugar and marshmallow woods that I just got in August. This is cold milk, marshmallow, mahogany, tonka bean, which is the marshmallow woods type, beach treats, sensual vanilla, sugar cookies, sweet nectarine, sandalwood, and hints of jasmine. I really love how this is. Like, I get the beach treats, but I also get the commodity milk. And I feel like I'm getting the gourmand base that the sugar cookies add, but I'm not sure if I'm getting any of the other perfumey portion that's in here. The sweet nectarine, sandalwood, and jasmine. I also had plans on melting this souffle with like half a tub or some of a portion of cozy cookie cake. Since I missed out on the pre-order, and she had a blend that was kind of like the same notes or whatever, but I have another souffle of this so I could try that out later on this winter. Just wanted something that was a safe blend for me because I am rocking a headache due to this rain that we got today, and unfortunately it's still lingering, this headache. So beach treats or beach nights is usually a safe bet for me. And this has woods in it, so I still feel like it's seasonally appropriate. This is very pretty, and I am very much looking forward to going out there and checking it out once we're done here. Next, I melted this sample of a coconut crack blend from the Pharmacist's Daughter. This looks like a peppermint and coconut crack. I think I got this in the Round Robin. I like this, but it wasn't such a strong performer. I definitely need more than just like the 2 pieces. Like it was 1 piece of like it looked like a Kit Kat bar, like that size. I would need more to get the throw that I wanted, but the profile of this was lovely. Her coconut, like, the Pharmacist's Daughter's coconut crack blend is like the richest, most gourmand coconut bakery scent ever. I absolutely love coconut crack, but you throw in like a pepperminty candy cane vibe, and this is perfect for like those of you who like peppermint year round, but I tend to enjoy peppermint mostly around the holidays and winter. So I love that. I would check it out again. Also melted through my souffle here from Swanky in Holiday Cheer. I put this in the living room. No warmer was left behind. Swanky's wax texture is my favorite. It holds shape. There's no mush. It's like firm, but there's give. There's no crumbles. Like it is so good. I love the texture of her wax. Like it's phenomenal and its goals. Okay. Anyway, this blend, masala chai, a touch of eggnog, sugar cookies, and cozy vanilla cream. This was giving me all the feels of like a holiday eggnog. Like it was so good. The chai blended in so beautifully with the eggnog and sugar cookies and the vanilla cream. Performed at a medium strength. I would say maybe a 7 in the living room. And this was such a great blend. Absolutely would get that again. Also melted one of mine. Finished off the souffle, half of the souffle here of My Wish for Christmas, which I abbreviated to My Wish. This is Fraser Fir, sugared vanilla waffle cones, and toasted marshmallow. And I wanted to melt some Christmas tree, but I also was pouring My Wish, so I wanted to enjoy this. I love Fraser Fir. I think that's my favorite. That and Birchwood Pine are my two favorite evergreen oils because they're not so sharp and they just capture for me like Christmas. Birchwood Pine is different though. It's like creamier Birchwood Pine, which is so strange for me to say, but I feel like Fraser Fir as the oil that I have from this specific supplier, it's kind of fruity in the aspect that it's not as zingy or as resinous as say like a pine or a balsam. Balsam reads to me sometimes as grassy, which I find very strange that my brain is interpreting it that way. Yeah, Fraser Fir is definitely my favorite, so wanted to revisit that and finish that off. Speaking of vanilla balsam, I melted this 3-pack of shapes here from Rainbow Melt in matching Christmas PJs. This is cashmere cream, cookie heaven, and vanilla balsam. Oh my goodness, you guys, this was so lovely. I love the vanilla balsam in here, and as that heats up like this blend, more of that cashmere cream came out, and then you get that creamy cookie heaven. This was so good. This was so good. I melted each shape, one shape in each of my warming apparatuses here in the bedroom, and this was on the same day that I melted My Wish, so I was having a tree moment. Another one that I melted in my bedroom, utilized the crock. I think I did four macarons in the crock and then one each in my 2 warmers. This is Pink Sugar Puffy Clouds from from Macaron Wax Malts. Just pink sugar, clouds type, and lavender vanilla. This was so pretty. This was like a really enjoyable laundry scent because the way that the pink sugar sweetened up the powdery component of the clouds type, and then that soothing lavender vanilla, like this was absolutely beautiful. I would get that again if, you know, Kathy and Tam weren't retiring. Highly enjoyed that. And this bad boy I finished up yesterday and is still currently throwing at a medium strong here. This is Pumpkin Beach Party from Second and Spruce. Beach Party, which is her Beach Nights type, creamy pumpkin puree, pumpkin mallow, and pumpkin buttercream. Absolutely love this. This would definitely be a repurchase. I love that I'm getting the Beach Nights, but I'm also getting an essence of a creamy pumpkin, and I'm here for it. It's beautiful, gourmand, and sweet and creamy. stunning. Okay, so that is going to segue into these clamshells here. I have 3, 1 from me and 2 from Gina. So the first one I have here is Welcome December, which is a combination of vanilla sandalwood and roasted pine cones. Absolutely love this. I don't know, sandalwood's already included in the roasted pine cones as a base, but this added more of that creamy sandalwood. Like, it just made it cozy. Like, not body care. I don't know how to describe sandalwood other than it is a comforting and soothing scent to me. It complemented well with the roasted pine cones, and this threw at a medium in the living room. Another one that I enjoyed out in the living room is I melted this whole clam of November Air, which is clove, patchouli, sandalwood, vanilla, and leaves. This was just a really nice, like, subtle patchouli scent with a hint of that clove. Like, this was something that honestly reminded me of my mom and things that she normally enjoys as like home fragrance. Didn't really pick up on the leaves, which I appreciate because I'm not a big leaves fan, but I did enjoy the clove, patchouli, and the sandalwood portion of this. And this was a subtle, so like maybe a 4 out of 10, but it lingered. And this one lasted for 24 hours in the living room. So that was very pretty, and I enjoyed both of those. And then lastly, in the kitchen, 1, to get out of my stash. 2, to enjoy it because it is so good. And this was one that I made. Something that other vendors have created, and I wanted to see if I could create something similar enough to enjoy, but I don't know if I sold this or not. Cookies in the Cabin, which is Sugar Cookie Royale, roasted pine cones, Fireside Mellow, and Palo Santo. This was poured in 2023, and I melted 3 different times, 1 cube in each warmer in the kitchen. Just a lovely roasty, toasty pine cones and bakery scent. Worked well for me in there. And then let's get into the blends I did with Retail and Scentsy, and then we'll finish off with Scentsy. Okay, this combination was lick the air good. I melted a souffle here of souffle. Might as well be a souffle. Clam here of sweet potato beignet from Goose Creek, along with my bar of Harvest Festival, the Stars Hollow Harvest Festival bar, which this is like a cinnamon bakery scent. Brown sugar. It smells like coffee cake mixed with sweet potato beignet. This was phenomenal. The sweet potato beignets notes are sweet potato puree, powdered beignets, and creamy honey butter. The combination of both of these was like I had just made like a sweet potato pie or sweet potato coffee cake, sweet potato biscuits. Like, this was 10 out of 10. Throw was great. It performed very well. This is I have 4 more left of these, and I'm probably gonna hoard those for if they can make this again, or I'm gonna try to make it myself. Absolutely a sweet potato beignet. Keeping Stars Hollow Harvest Festival in my club, this was so good. This would be a great mixer, but absolutely fabulous on its own too. So loved that. Another mix I did, I finally got to melting the warm gingerbread wishes from Disney. I freaking love this label. And I mixed it with alternating scents of the cookie butter eggnog scent from Goose Creek. So this has like cinnamon, nutmeg, creamy vanilla. Well, I had intended on just melting this by itself, but this does not read to me the same. This doesn't read to me as like gingerbread. Like, this just smells like the filling of a cinnamon roll. Like the butter and the cinnamon and the sugar. Like, this doesn't give me gingerbread vibes. I did take this out of my club. I'm glad to have tried it. Love the freaking label, but that would be the only thing worth keeping. This would be a repurchase. This cookie butter eggnog was so flippin' good, and it was just what I wanted to pair with. This is cookie butter, creamy eggnog, sweet almond, and warm vanilla. This is so freaking good. I love an eggnog scent, but you throw in some cookies and I'm sold. So I think I have one more of these left in my collection, and that was a great evening because of the eggnog scent. Lastly, from Goose Creek, finished up in the kitchen from, I think they just released this in a candle, but this was only available in the wax melts when I purchased, and I'm not going to be getting a candle just because I can't burn them. I can't burn them, but we shall see. I melted almond oat milk frappe in the kitchen. This was really creamy. Like, this was like an authentic smelling frappe for sure. This is iced oat milk, sweet almonds, creamy caramel, and coffee beans. It's more caramel, oat milk, and almond than it is the coffee beans, but it gives the vibe of having like a coffee drink. And this was so good with my coffee brewing in the morning. I enjoyed that. Not something I need to get again, but I did enjoy that. Okay, and then lastly, I have 5 more Scentsy bars. All from my recent hauls from the Vault One and Done clubs. And then, yeah, and then I've also kind of moved things around. Okay, so I did enjoy Aladdin 3 Wishes in the kitchen. I was melting this same day that I was melting, the day that I melted this in the living room, the Sugar Plum Fairy Forest from Second and Spruce, I did this in the kitchen. So this has juicy blueberry, sugar plums, ripe blackberry, and sparkling cranberry. Also split the bar, so I did 5 cubes in the kitchen and 3 cubes in the bathroom. I'm keeping this in my club. I loved this. I loved the longevity of it. Like, for a fruity scent, this threw for 2 days in both of those spaces. Didn't change into like a chapstick after note or aftertaste. Like, this was so flippin' good. I would definitely say that this is more plum and blackberry than it is blueberry, but you get an essence of the blueberry there. I don't know about the cranberry. This was just dark berry deliciousness, and I'm here for it. Loved that. Also melted through my 2019 clam of hazelnut frosting in the living room. I opted to put this back in my club. But this only because I do love the scent. It does not last very long. That being said, I'm curious to see if a fresher pour will last longer. This only gave me about 6 hours of performance. At a medium, I would say like a medium 5 out of 10 in the living room. Yeah, I love it because it does give me that nutty. I'm really like digging more nutty scents. I have always enjoyed hazelnut frosting, but this is not an absolute long-lasting bar. But what bakery scents are? They usually give you, you're lucky if you get 24 hours out of it. That being said, walnut raisin muffin. This one was like about an 18-hour scent. Oh, I love this. This is so good. This is one that I've put a quantity of 2 in my bi-monthly club that I have with summer. This is a great year-round scent. You get this raisin note along with this muffin accord, this nuttiness. This does have a hint of applesauce and spiced pumpkin. It's just so good. This is a great, warm, cozy, unoffensive bakery scent that this would just appeal. This is kind of like along the same lines of winterberry apple tea. So I highly recommend, if you haven't tried this yet, put a bar in your club and give it a go. So good. Another one. I just got this in this weekend. Yeah, or yesterday. I don't remember. I think this was dropped off yesterday. Apple s'mores. Melted this in the living room today. This was not throwing when I came home from work today, and I had put this in around 6 o'clock this morning. I am undecided, but until I figure out what I want to do with this, I did sneak this into my fall and winter club that I have with my ex-sponsor. I do like the apple note in here. I like that it's giving me like a red delicious apple. And I'm getting that toasty ember toasted marshmallow vibe. I'm not getting any cinnamon. And I'm not getting any coconut cream. It was interesting. And unique enough to be like, what's in the warmer? It was throwing great though. Like I had this whole bar spread out in the living room. This morning, I'm not sure how long it lasted throughout the day, but I do know that it wasn't here by the time I came home from work today. Yeah, so, yeah, I'm just going to keep it as a placeholder, revisit it again at some other time. One that I'm definitely keeping in my club, even though I said, when I got it in, sugar. I melted a bar of this in the bedroom here. This has like some longevity. I got 2 days out of this scent. This is cotton candy and lemon drops. A sweet, girly, perfumey scent. And I can see why people keep it in their club. I don't need like massive quantities of it. But I'm going to keep it at a quantity of 1 for now. I do have one more to enjoy. And that is everything that I got through. Okay, I went through 7 Scentsy bars as empties. Touched on, 10. Okay, so I've touched on 10 bars, finished 7. And then, so that's 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. 21 empties. I'm happy with 21 for a week. Like, that's what Rabbit averages out to 3 cents a day. Cool. 21 this week. Okay. I do have some things to enjoy. I plan on intending on melting this like probably in January, maybe February. I'm gonna enjoy it again this winter. I'm gonna put this back in my collection to enjoy another time, mainly because Salt Mountain Melts has amazing shelf life. I am probably gonna finish up this combo, the caramel pecan pie and Central Park pralines, probably again this week, just because I'm like melting pie scents this week because it's Thanksgiving week. I'm here for pie, like pie, and we'll see what the mood carries on to. But I've enjoyed melting all the things this week. I'm proud of myself for 21 empties for this week. Like, that's pretty awesome in a 1,200 square foot apartment. Like, I'm very pleased with that. Yeah, spicy grapefruit. I already took it out. I did keep Friends for Good in my spring and summer collection. Scentsy Club. But I am going to revisit that again and put this bar in my melting basket here in the bedroom and try it one more time. Okay. Sparks in the Nights. I will probably finish that off here too in the bedroom because I really love that combination. It was just such a great combination. Okay, that's it. I won't keep you any longer. Thank you so much for spending some time with me, checking out what I melted. Has anyone else been a Scentsy melting fiend this week, just to try to figure out what we want to keep and what needs to go out of our temporary clubs? No, just me. Okay, cool. We'll talk to you guys later. Have a blessed and wonderful Thanksgiving. Enjoy the time that you have, even if it is time to yourself. Use it as a time for reflection, a time for gratefulness. Think about all your blessings. Think about how far you've come. I know I've had some struggles in the last 2 years, but I still wake up every day thankful and grateful for not only the opportunity to start anew each and every single day, but because I was blessed with another day on this earth to try and spread God's goodness. Like there's nothing like it. And having that hope and joy building in my heart and spreading it, whether it's through my creations in wax form or in conversations with you lovely people, just know that God loves you. I love you here on this channel, and I appreciate you spending each and every single moment with me. Thanks so much. Talk to you soon. Take care. Bye.